Hi everyone, Grandma Lou is back. So this episode is going to be about Brussels sprouts. And I was talking to a good friend of mine, and she was like, "How do you cook Brussels sprouts? How do you supposed to cut them off the stalk? And what are the things you're supposed to do?" So Grandma Lou actually did a shortcut. She went to the Costco, and they sell 2 pounds of the Brussels sprouts in their refrigerated section for like $5.99. And so Grandma Lou did not do any cutting off the stalk. These are from the Skagit family farm, or Skagit Valley farm, I should say. Brussels sprouts are high in vitamin C and K, similar, remember that from the kale. So green vegetables, they're high in vitamins. And these are grown right here in the Pacific Northwest. Okay. So the nice thing about these, they actually give you a recipe on the back. You can eat the Brussels sprouts either cold or hot, is your choice. So I actually have my oven preheating on 425, and it says you just remove the sprouts from the bag and you wash them. They're already actually washed for you and prepared for you, but you rinse them again. And then you place them in a bowl, and you could just drizzle like some olive oil on them. And then basically sprinkle some of your seasoning, your favorite seasoning, such as like sea salt, some pepper on them, and then you let them roast for like 18 minutes. So what Grandma Lou is actually going to do is follow this recipe, but then also I have some Kung Pao sauce from the Sprout Market. And this sauce I've tasted before, and it's a little hot and spicy for me. So I'm gonna make me a little concoction and put about a tablespoon of some maple syrup in it and like tame it down. And I'm actually gonna cover my Brussels sprouts once they're like close to finish roasting. So I'll come back. I'm gonna let my oven finish preheating, and I'll plate the Brussels sprouts on a pan so you can see how they came out as far as like being oiled and some seasoning. And then we'll be ready to put some Kung Pao sauce on them, and I'll be able to eat it with my stovetop rice stuffing. Okay, Grandma Lou is back. I forgot that I had some balsamic vinegar. So I'm gonna be a little fancy and sprinkle some balsamic vinegar as well as the olive oil onto the Brussels sprouts, and then I'm gonna put them in the oven. So I want to show you guys what I did. I ended up cutting some of the Brussels sprouts like in half. Um, as well as keeping some whole, because this is my first time cooking the Brussels sprouts, and I just kind of want to see like the difference in texture. And then the ones that I did cut in half, they ended up having like loose leaves, and so these I'm still gonna cook because it'll be like chips. Like I don't know if you ever heard of like kale chips, but I'll have some Brussels sprout chips, and it's gonna be voila. So I'm really excited. I'm probably only going to use about a tablespoon of the balsamic vinegar, and I'm just putting the Brussels sprouts on the pan face down for those that I cut in half. And so I'm really excited. Again, the oven is preheating on 425, and we're to let them cook like 18 minutes. So anywhere from like I would say 15 to 20 minutes. I'm one of those people, like I'll check it at 15 minutes and then like see how I like it, and I'll taste along the way. And then of course if it needs more time, then I'll just let it stay in, longer. So that's kind of how I gauge my cooking. And actually, these 2 pounds is a lot of Brussels sprouts. Like this pan is really filling up, and probably even more so because I cut them in half. Uh, so I may not have enough room. I may have to do a second pan, but we're gonna see if we can make this work. Let's see. Grandma Lou is very strategic. So I think I'm gonna make this work, y'all. I'm glad I didn't cut them all up in half. And probably, and while I'm saying that, probably I'll check probably even before 10 minutes, because I'm sure like these I can't talk, loose leaf ones will probably be done rather quickly. probably even well before the 15 minutes. So I have put them all on a plate, and I'm just going to drizzle some of the balsamic vinegar. And the oil. And I probably could have put this like in a bowl and shook it up too, but I'll do that next time to season it up. And put some oil, rub it down in oil. And I would say like a tablespoon, just brushing it across the different veggies. And I'm not going to put any season on it right now because I want it to cook first and then put the sauce on and be able to taste, like gauge how much seasoning. I would probably say like a teaspoon of salt and pepper, but I want to, check the sauce. So we'll be back. The Brussels sprouts are just about done. I took them out about 15 minutes. The poor little ones on the side that had they not gonna do no chipping, so those gonna get discarded. But my other ones did turn out really nice. I like how they're glistening, and Grandma Lou did a little cheek test just to make sure that they were about done. I took a fork and stuck them, and so they're almost there. So now I'm gonna put my Kung Pao sauce on it and let them finish cooking for like another 5 minutes. And the thing about the Kung Pao sauce is really compounding because it's hot. It's really spicy. So I said I was just going to do like 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. I ended up putting 2 tablespoons, so like a 4th cup of the Kung Pao sauce. And so just to bring that hot and spicy down, because I'm not a big fan of spice. So, but for those that do like a lot of spice, the Kung Pao sauce is really for you. But if you're like me, put a little maple syrup in it and bring it on down. So I'm gonna go ahead and brush some of the sauce on the Brussels sprouts and give it a good flavor. And then I'll put them back in the oven and let them roast some more. And that'll really be it. Your Brussels sprouts will be done. And so I saw where you can, add other toppings, like if you want to do some roasted nuts to give it a little crunch, you can do that. So whatever, fits your fancy. Some people even use the Brussels sprouts in like salads. They eat it raw and they chop them up really fine, kind of like if you ever see like the shredded cabbage. So you can also do that. And so I'm just putting a little sauce and letting it roast some more. And I have sauce left over, so if I want to put more sauce, I can. And then I have my little sea salt grinder here, and I'm just going to lightly grind some salt on it and put it back in the oven. And again, the oven is already heated on 425. And we'll just give it like 5 extra minutes, and it'll be voila. And I'll come back so you can see the full plated dish with the stovetop rice stuffing. And just like that, another healthy treat, amazing drink, or something to eat from Grandma Lou.